Hey guys, it's Kaz and welcome to Geek Galaxy. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make the super adorable Maleficent beaded headband. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to need to do is get your headband, and if it's got some sort of ribbon on it, remove the ribbon and designs so it's just the plain metal headband. And then the next thing you're going to need to do is remove any of the sticky glue that was left from the ribbon with nail polish remover. Now this took me like 15 minutes. Don't be impatient because you don't want it to be all sticky when you wear it. Now I have a stencil that I cut out earlier of the shape that I roughly want Maleficent's ears to be, and I'm just going over that with thicker wire that I have. And I'm using the thicker wire here so it doesn't bend too much when you're wearing it, but it's still a bendable enough wire so that you can make it the shape you want. Now I've just made it more of a point on the end, and I'm just finally shaping it to how I want it to look. And once you are happy with the design of the first ear horn thing, you're going to get a second piece of wire that'll be long enough to go over that horn, and you're going to use the first horn that you made, and you're going to shape the second horn the same as the first one so they will look the exact same when they're on the headband. And once you have shaped them and you're both happy with them, you need to glue them down onto your headband. You can use super glue, arrow dye, hot glue gun, and once that is completely dry and you've let dry for a couple of hours, what I did is I wrapped it around with some wire to make sure it's really stable, and now you're going to start beading it. I am using a bit of an artistic license when I made this, so I'm wrapping the outside with green beads, and I'm putting one bead on and then looping that around the headband, and then I'm doing another loop around the wire and then putting the next bead on. It's kind of hard to explain, so just kind of watch what I'm doing, I guess. This is just so I get an even spacing and the beads don't all fall down. And that's why it's really good to use wire here, because it means you can really push them where you want them to go. Whereas if you're using fishing line, it'd be a bit harder. Now with this DIY project you can use whatever size beads you want, but just keep in mind the smaller the beads, the more beads you will have to use when you're doing it. So for this I used kind of small to medium sized beads. That's all I had lying around the house, but you could use even smaller beads and put more on, or you could use larger beads and use less. And once you've finished putting your last beads on, then just wrap it around the end and cut it off, and it will just stay put because you don't have to tie a knot because it's wire, so it just wraps around. And now we're going to start on the black beads. Now for this design, I kind of went along making it up as I went, but I kind of crisscrossed backwards and forwards with this. And you're just putting the black beads in between the horns where you had the green beads, and it will kind of look like the lines of what Maleficent has on her horns. And I'm just coming backwards, and I'll just keep going backwards and forwards until I find a design that I'm happy with. And now on the other side, I'm going to repeat that design, but I'm going to flip it so it's an exact mirror image. And the good thing about having the green beads being slightly spaced is that you can kind of judge by where it is coming on the green beads on the other side as to where you'll put it on this side, and so where you'll wrap it around to. And then once you've finished putting all the black beads on the horns, what I did was, this is optional though, I got the black beads and now I'm kind of putting a few around where the headband sits on your head, but only on the top section so you don't have beads sticking into your head. I just thought it looked like a kind of cute design feature. Rather than just having straight wire, it'll add to an effect and it'll look like all the wires meant to be there, and it'll look quite pretty once it's done. And then once you're finished beading it all, it's finished. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, rate it thumbs up and subscribe if you want to. I'll see you next time, but for now, Kaz out.